Welcome to probably the very first footage on the internet that has been stabilized by Catalyst, the very brand new software Catalyst Browse with the integrated stabilization for the FX9. Just to give you a reminder, the FX9 doesn't support in-camera stabilization, but there's a gyro sensor recording real-time metadata of the movement of the camera and puts it into each file. And by using Catalyst Browse and its stabilization features, you can even dial in any stabilization that can be processed. And the idea behind it is the camera simply writes the movement real-time metadata into the file, and Catalyst Browse can read this metadata and recalculates the movement of the camera and offers you a very fast real-time stabilization of the footage that you can simply export. This has been shot by Nino Leitner. Thank you, Nino, for this footage. This was one clip he shot with 35mm 1.8 walking to our model, and let's see how the stabilization works. Simply choose a clip that contains metadata and go to Stabilize. The readout of the metadata will start, and there will be some calculations in the background for matching the camera movement. And roughly after 10 seconds, we have the result. In this screen, you can play back the footage, either the unprocessed one or the processed one, or each beneath each other. As you can see, there's a recommendation that the software brings. So the software recommends a crop resolution of 3000 by roughly 1600. You can switch this to manual as well for selecting crop percentage. And there's a little line saying where the recommendation is. If you double click the slider, it will jump back to the recommendation. And as you see in the beginning of the clip, just before the in point, we have some heavy movement. And later this is not as heavy, and we can stabilize it, and you can play it back in, well, let's say nearly real time. It just depends on the power of your computer as well. Let's play it back. So this is real-time playback on my iMac. 2 clips with 4K, one of them cropped and stabilized. It's possible to export this clip in the export functions with all the typical settings, and then we go into Premiere. In Adobe Premiere, I imported this footage and placed both clips, the original and the processed footage, over each other and put it into difference mode. So you will see some shakiness in the footage. Just to see what the stabilization plugin does. And to have a comparison, I will also place a little picture-in-picture in it with the original and the processed footage. Okay, this is very impressive, and just the idea of doing it afterwards, after the shoot, and having ND filters in the camera and gyro stabilization, or let's say gyro-based stabilization, is a fantastic feature. And let's see if we will see this feature in the future also in Adobe or in Resolve or any other NLE. I hope that Sony works on that, because this would be a fantastic feature in an NLE as well. Thank you for watching. My name is Ulrich Mors. Bye-bye.